Beautiful night for football here, getting down to about 14 degrees tonight, but it's about 17, 18 degrees at the moment with a strong northerly blowing across the ground. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more football out on this side of the ground than we usually do at some of the other YJFL games. Well, we're ready to go. Flat 20-minute quarters is what we're about to see tonight, and we are away. And the first hit out, and I'll give it to the benefit of young Carbonara there. Ball comes to the broadcast side wing here for Easton, and now the Yarra Juniors get it away. Hands to it, Pettit. Evades a would-be tackler. Hand over the top. Ryle tried to slap it forward. Quite intelligent. Didn't quite work out. Now snatching it away is Ash. Low ball inside forward 50. Can't quite find a marking target here. Got a whistle on play. And it's a free kick to the Yarra Junior side. And it's going to be a shot directly in front, more or less, to get this evening underway. Be a perfect start. And it's the captain, Beauchamp, with a shot on goal here. Would probably have to start it to the right goal post. It's a beautiful kick, and he's popped it through. So Beauchamp gets the first, and the YJFL side are 1 straight 6. Easton yet to score. 1.5 minutes gone here in the first term. Interleague football here, brought to you by Gameface, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully you're enjoying it wherever you may be watching from this evening. So the ball has made its way quickly back into the middle. Nicely done by the umpires. Got 3 running the field and 2 on the boundary, and of course the 2 main men in the goals there. Ball up off the stoppage. No one able to win the ball out. So we go again. Get out of the ruck there. That time looked like Smith. Now a chance for Easton. They'll run it hard through the forward 50 now. Chance to run onto it there that time. Looked to be Mason with the football. Now they've coughed it up on their attacking flank, and now YJFL look to bring it to the outer side. It's a fumbling football at the moment. Both sides trying to work each other out. Free kick for holding the ball here. This time this one's going to Costa. On the right boot, kicks it long inside forward 50. Some tall timber down there. Suckling got a fist in for Yarra Juniors. It's hard up against the boundary line here. Always see a lot of football played over there, over in the feature games on a Friday afternoon here. Good pick up there that time by McNeil. Tried to give off their handball, couldn't. Still fumbling around backwards here. Good tackling pressure by Yarra Juniors. Well done there that time by Forrest. Got a ball up in the right forward flank. Long ball inside forward 50. Didn't quite come off, and it's been marked again defensively by Yarra Juniors, who have started well in their defence. And they're going to use that far outer side of that interchange side wing. They got a bit of run out the back here. Opportunity for Machida. Had it, lost it. Ball smothered off the boot, comes back inboard momentarily. They try and link up on hands. They're doing quite nicely at the moment. Opportunity here with Beauchamp, the goal kicker. He was met in a tackle. Umpire says play on. They're just coming in from everywhere, and then he'll pay holding the ball. So Easton with a chance. Kick to a 2-on-1 there. Always advantageous to do that. Left it wide open for a fist to come in or a potential intercept mark, and now we see a ball up just off the side of the centre square. Now YJFL clear. That's a strong mark taken there. Now they go inside forward 50. Trying to meet it at the fall of the ball there that time was McNeil. Couldn't mark. They follow up again with a strong tackle, another ball up, so the umpire's given them a chance to play early, but also being fair on the whistle as well. Ball in the ruck there that time, just sort of fell between the two rucks. Eastern try and come away with it there. Hands to it was Bookluck, couldn't get rid of it though. Very scrappy at the moment, a lot of handballs, not a lot of clear kicking being found. There'll be one back towards the middle of the ground now, sort of intercepted, came off hands. And now Eastern try to come down that far outer side once again, but it's been cut off once again. Very hectic handballs, a lot of tapping to advantage trying to be going on here. Martin tried to slap it towards a teammate, sort of found him but didn't. Now here's a go for Suckling in the middle. He'll play on, get past one would-be opponent, then slams the ball long inside forward 50. Who's going to be there out the back to run onto it? There's multiple there. Few from Eastern trying to get back there as well. Diving on the football there that time was Martin, couldn't hold it in. And now it's an opportunity for Costa. He got hands to it, but ran out of real estate, and it's over and out of bounds for well, in fact, it was a free kick. So it is Costa who kicks it long down the line. Comes off hands. And then just still scrapping for it, although we got a free kick now. This one's going the way of Eastern's Bookluck. He has a 1-2. Now he kicks the ball long down the line. One-on-ones everywhere, and it's been another intercept mark taken there by Yarra Juniors, and now just a little bit of encroaching on the mark there results in a 25-metre penalty. So they've had all the footy so far, Yarra Juniors. That's a delightful pass. Here's Duval. He just sorts of sets it up. Now it runs its way towards the boundary line. Eastern player gets there first. Looks like Bookluck once again. And it's a ball up. Busy start for the Eastern defenders. Haven't had much of a chance to have a spell. Duval nearly got it back off his opponent ruck tap. He gets over the football now and lays a tackle. And another ball up is the end result. Already gone 7.5 minutes in this first term. Ball up off the pack, squirts out. Chance around the body with a little one there that time from Young. Eastern recover for the time being. Pettit. Dodges a couple of tacklers and then sends it back out to that outer side. Running on towards it here this time is Venter. And he's been done for holding the ball there, so had an opportunity there, did Eastern, but ran out of time unfortunately, and it's a free kick to Yarra Juniors on the edge of their forward 50, although that kick wasn't too good. Opened up another opportunity for Eastern to get the football and run away with it down the outer side, which they do now. Seem to be holding up all right at the moment as the mark has been taken. But once again, another intercept mark. So they just can't get it past halfway there that time. It was Suckling again that marked. He sends a low one towards the forward 50 flank. Couldn't get to his teammate on the full. Now they go to the pocket. And it's fisted over for a boundary throw-in. So inside forward 54. YJFL once again off the throw-in. Pack ensues. Eastern clear. Get it to the outer side wing. Once again, the tackling pressure from the YJFL side is immense. Umpire calls play on, so it must have just come off the back of this contest here. Now it goes over and out. So back in it goes. Suckling rotates into the ruck there that time for Yarra Juniors. Got a hand to it. Eastern go down the line. Another intercept mark for them. Long ball inside forward 50. And this looks like it's going to be working a little bit better for them this time. Ball towards the top of the square. Comes off hands. It was the captain, Beauchamp and McNeil down there, that nearly worked it out between them. There's a scrap for the football. And that is a crunching tackle there, laid that time by Clark, and it's a ball up. Free kick for a high tackle off the ruck restart. Now it's a kick out towards the broadcast side, although it's been turned over and marked there by Reedon, who goes to the pocket. And it has been marked. And this one is McNeil, who's hard up in the pocket. And will have a shot to potentially put up YJFL's second goal. Kick is on the way. And he's just hooked that one to the right. Hard kick from there. Good effort nonetheless. So 1-1-7 YJFL. And Eastern are yet to score. And we've gone about 11 minutes in this first term. They're going to persist with that outer side wing. And so far, it's so good. So it's just a slow, methodical approach. Long ball down the line, but once again, the intercept mark has been taken. And they go inside forward 50, comes off hands. That was a crunching tackle. No free kick paid there. Well, yes, there was. Dangerous tackle there. So down the line, Easton go again through hands. And comes off hands as well. And goes out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So back into play it goes. Absolute multitude of players over this one, all trying to scrap for it. Duval in there as well. About 4 of them on the bottom of that pack there, with Spiden, the one on the bottom of it for YJFL, who had the football. So we go again, even ruck contest there. Thumping ball cleared out of the pack for Yarra Junior as they get it to the edge of their half forward line. Over the top of the football there that time. Bookluck and Venter there for Easton as the ball goes to the top of the square here, past a couple of would-be markers. Trying to slap the ball through there that time, and doing it quite nicely was Coverdale, and I get one rushed through for a behind. And 1-2-8 Yarra Junior. Easton yet to score at the 12.5 minute mark of the first term. That's a nice ball out of fullback. And this is Ryle who takes the mark. He finds Wright, whose kick was smothered. So it opens up another opportunity. Wright goes running through and gets his own football, then drops it. So it was a good effort to get it back, but he just dropped it in an inopportune time. Well done by Forrest. Kicks the ball back inboard. Couple of players trying to scrap for this one here. And the link-up handball is working well at the moment. Now the Eastern have a prime opportunity here. First real chance to go forward. Ball goes out in front of Ellis here. Gets around a would-be defender. Oh, here's a go for them. Running in and kicking a behind. Unfortunately for them. Get themselves on the scoreboard. Just missed who that was through the old binoculars there. They moved so fast there. Good effort there by Easton. So they got themselves on the board. It's 1-2 to 1 behind. And then here's a chance for them to try and lock it in. So they've taken their intercept mark now. So it might be a little bit of a switch in luck for them. Oh, not with that kick. That's a low grubber. And that'll come undone for them, although it's still at the edge of the forward 50 for them, right on half forward. Here's a go. Cheeky little handball over the top. That's a nice pass there by Rook. And the umpire has blown his whistle here. Yep, we've got a free, or he's either paid the mark late. And having a shot from directly in front is Antonio Ostovich. So this will bring it back to a 1 point game if Ostovich kicks true. And he's on his approach now. Right footer. It's a lovely kick. And it'll be celebrated duly by his teammates as Easton get one back. 1-1-7 they go to. YJFL 1-2-8-15 gone here in the first term. It is round one of the AFL Vic Metro representative competition. So the ball back in the middle, obviously just waiting for 666 to be right. The umpire's found something he doesn't like. I think it must have been a warning to the YJFL. Yes, it is. One has got a little bit too excited and ended up down in their forward line. He's just come back to the broadcast side wing now. And was hit out of the ruck there that time. Appeared to be Smith. Handball comes clean. A bit of a confidence starting to show for the Eastern side. Rook's kick to the forward flank was somewhat intercepted, but Pettit gets another ball inside forward 50. If they can hit the front here, Eastern, they'll be very happy with their last few minutes, but it just feels like it's back on a level pegging. So Eastern inside forward 50. Comes off a few sets of hands. Here's an opportunity. Centering little ball from Ellis is good. And the mark has been taken by Rook once again, who's found himself with a little bit of the footy in the last few minutes. And he'll go back and have a look to potentially put Eastern in front and finish off a nice 3 or 4 minute period for them. So Rook's kick is on the way. Keeps it low. Won't get the carry. And it's been marked on the last line of defence by a YJFL defender. And they go out very, very wide where the mark has been taken. Nearly in the darkness, that young lad on the other side. Even the lights don't help to make him out there. But they kick to the interchange bench side. Cheeky little handball comes out the back. Ooh, fumbling a little bit there. Can't quite control the football. Wouldn't be dewy or slippery out there at all. It's perfect conditions and the ground is rock hard as it always is out here at Ford Park. So still a scrap on for the football here. Handball went in the direction of Berardi. Couldn't quite gain possession of the football there. Still bobbling around like a pinball here. Someone just got to try and clear it here. YJFL gain it to about the end of their interchange bench near the half forward line. And it's the umpire calls it even, which he does. On the outer side with 2 minutes to go. It's a 1 point lead to the YJFL. Little one forward. Bounced on a half volley and it goes over and out of bounds for a throw in once again. So near the half forward line for the YJFL, the ball is back into play. Could almost call that ruck contest even. Decisive little slap went towards the YJFL, but it gave themselves a few metres back to the advantage of the Eastern side. But once again, a quick kick forward inside forward 50 was a high one. And it went over and out of bounds for a throw in. So we've got about 70 seconds left in the first term. Both sides can still score from here. But it would be impressive if Eastern can go one end to the other. It's hard up against that boundary line once again, where probably 80% of the play has been in this first term. Little one forward. Oh, they could have a chance here of scoring very, very late. About 15 metres out from home. Ball bounced in the direction of McSheeta. Ball to the top of the square. Eastern just try not to concede here, but they do. Well done there to the YJFL. And they go to 2-2-14 and Easton a 1-1-7. Looked like Beauchamp's kicked his second. He was the one getting the high fives. Something that came out of nothing. I nearly got it out of there, Easton, but he swooped at the right time and was able to get boot to ball and pop through what looked like his second. Might have time for a ball up at all, though. It looks like the siren is about to sound, and it does. So at quarter time, the YJFL go in with a 2-2-14 to 1-1-7 lead. I've got Beauchampers kicking both for the YJFL. As for Easton, Ostovich has the goal for them. You are watching the AFL Vic Metro representative competition round one game here from Ford Park. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for the second quarter of play. Welcome back here to Ford Park for AFL Vic Metro Representative Junior Games. Just about finished up here at quarter time where the YJFL lead the EFNL. It's the Eastern Football Netball League by 7 points. Be interesting to see who can gain a little bit more of a superiority in this second term as we are underway now. A good leap by a young lad in the ruck there for Eastern. Payne hands to the football. Couldn't quite get rid of it. Now it's a scrap in over the top for it, and it's a ball up. Lights have pretty much taken full effect here now at Ford Park. Double header tonight. Under 15 boys Division 1 at 7:15. Rook nearly had his head taken off there, I thought, but umpire didn't see it that way. Payne had the football go past him once again. Here's a chance for the Eastern. Looks like they've just kicked into first gear. Ball to the top of the square, comes off hands. Nearly an opportunity there for ground ball, and that's been kicked off the ground for a goal. It's a beautiful effort there. Crumbing beautifully. And that's an extending of the lead for the YJFL, for the Eastern nearly, to get in the lead. And Ben Mason's kicked his first goal. Just had to make sure with his dad sit next to me in the broadcast position. That was him. I didn't want to say someone else, or else he would have probably given me a clip over the back of the head. So the young lad from Vermont gets his first. And Eastern cut the margin back to a point, and we've got a whistle as the umpire was about to ball it up. Another 6-6-6. Now that's good to see. That's there was one warning to YJFL late in the first quarter, and they're not mucking around, and it's a violation there in the second. So Eastern go inside Ford 50, scrap at ground level, and it's a ball up once again. Right on the edge of the Ford 50. Who's going to gain superiority now? Another whistle on play. The outer zone umpire has seen something he doesn't like. It's a free kick for a hold, going the way of Eastern. Kick inside Ford 50, and it's been intercept marked once again. Now they bring the ball out. Oh, gee, that's sat really high. That's also very dangerous. Rook and Venter pretty much spoilt themselves. Either one of them could have marked that. Now it's a fight for it at ground level. Look at all the reinforcements arrive for both sides here. They want this football. It looks like Yarra Junior are going to clear for the time being, although going in hard at it there that time. Book luck once again. Quick snapping ball. Is a behind. And scores are level. 2-14 apiece. About 3 minutes gone here in the first term, and Suckling goes for a run and comes to the broadcast side. Players everywhere to sit underneath it. It's going to work out the back, although numbers there for YJFL. They try and bring it out. Good little tackle there that time. Looked like by Hal Brown. It was affecting of the kick, and it goes out of bounds on the full. Long ball down the line. Well done there. Oh, well, that's 25. That's silly. I think the Eastern player must have thought that was off the boot, and McNeil gets a 25-metre penalty for his trouble. Ball to half forward, and he's coughed it up. And the mark has been taken. Now they look to go up the corridor. Going back with a fire to the ball there that time was Charlie Venter, but he couldn't quite hang on to the footy there. Good little bit of pressure there that time by Fernando to put his body on the line there for Eastern. Couldn't quite get rid of it. Hull Brown over the football there that time. Ball comes away from the centre. Players flying in from everywhere to try and get it. Eastern clear. Get a little bit of space. Oh, that's a cheeky bounce. And going for a run here this time. This looks like Rook. It was. But once again, another turnover. And now they look like they're going to go to the outer side wing through Clark. He marks and he kicked out wide, and he's duly found a teammate. Now they go even wider. It was like Musa. Back inboard here this time. Now they're going to go inside Ford 50. So they've taken it from one end to the other more or less pretty quickly here, YJFL. That's explosive play. And it'll be a ball up again. So they've got it to their half-forward line here, the Yarra Junior side. Eastern haven't got the wall quite set up, but they're doing all right to get the ball forward at the moment. They've got their run game on. Ball inside forward 50, nearly squirts out the back. Numbers arrive here for YJFL to help one another out. And they might have to go the switch. No, they don't. Decided against it the very last second. Probably might have been the good idea, but now in the end, they get themselves out of trouble and go to the Oriel Road side, where the mark was taken. They go for a little gallop. The cheeky handball back inboard was the right idea, was just a little bit too hot for his teammate. And now it's a ball up again on that outer side, right between the two interchange benches. Good leap in the ruck there that time. I'll give it to the benefit of Bentley with the hit out. Ball goes forward, bounces in between a couple of players at a very, very crude angle. Ball to the pocket now. It's a bit of a foot race here to see who control it. 2-on-1 favouring Eastern. Now it's a 3-on-1. They switch the play. Here's this young man again. Rook's got a bit of a paddock if he can run onto it, but his opponent gets there first. Was well done originally there that time by Spiriopoulos. Probably said that one wrong. Apologies. I'll get that one better out next time. Ball to the broadcast side wing now. It's a 3-on-2 here favouring Eastern, but well done there that time by Porter. Did quite nicely. Links up with Duval. Duval now on the right. Gets it to half forward. This looks promising. This is Spiden, and he goes low and hard inside forward 50. And the mark has been taken by Archer Smith. So Smith wearing the number 60. Just a slight angle to contend with there for the young man. Right foot kick is on the way. He's given it a good roost. Got to the point of the goal line. Umpire signals it was touched and it's a behind. So YJFL, they regain the lead. 2-3-15 to 2-2-14, and they've gone 7 and a bit minutes in the second term. Ball out of fullback. Here's TJ Costa, and an encroachment of the mark. Two of the umpires have singled that out, and it's going to be pushed up the ground here for Eastern. They're going to see if they can build something from here. So Costa got a bit of the footy tonight himself, the young man. It's a nice ball. And he has found Carter Rose, who kicks the ball inside forward 50. And the wall was most definitely built there. Mark was taken, and they go away. But speaking of intercept marks, which YJFL did well in the first term, Eastern have now started to pick up their game on that. And the mark has been taken here by Mason once again. So he decides to pass off, and it's cheeky, gained about 15 or 20 metres and probably puts his teammate directly in front here. So intelligent play, and this is Carter Rose once again. So he hit the ball inside forward 50 just before, and now he's found himself with a set shot on goal here to regain the lead for Eastern. Kicking to the right of your screen. Right footer, kick is on the way, and he's pushed it right. So scores are level, 2-3-15 apiece at about the 9-minute mark of the second term. The ball is going to come towards the broadcast side here of Ford Park. Back with the flight of the ball went Bookluck, but he was outdone there that time by Maxi Benjamin, who kicks right in front of me here in the broadcast area here. And that'll be a free kick for a hold. Just a little bit too overzealous there that time was Rose, and he's given up the free kick to Spiriopoulos. Kick to the edge of the centre square, more or less, and it's been marked. Martin. Rook again. Had the football stolen off him there. Ryle. Oh, great tackle. Grabbed him and just nicely threw him away there that time, did Aidan Musa. Didn't do too much, but did enough to earn himself the free kick. Kicks down the line, and the mark has been taken there that time by Smith, who goes back inboard, and this will be Duval. Handball's back inboard, just wrong-footed Musa there for half a second. And they're linking up very, very nicely. Ash goes towards the right forward pocket, but now the eastern side should have numbers back here to kill this one, although it's been socket throw right on the point of goal. Very cheeky play, and that is a goal to number 31. That's Harley Clark's first of the night. And it's a bit of tit for tat at the moment. Plenty of scoring opportunities for both sides. And the YJFL go back out to an even one-goal lead. 3-3-21 plays 2-3-15 at the nearly 10.5-minute mark of the second term here. So ball back in the middle, just waiting for 6-6-6 here. Not there in the end. Great leap out of the ruck there that time. Martin once again. Centre clearance going to be vital. Duval laid a tackle, but just getting rid of it there that time was Wolves. Gets it to half forward here for the eastern side. And now a chance for YJFL to clear. They bring it out to their defensive flank, but numbers here favour Eastern. There's that young man again, Rook. Another disposal for him. Wasn't his best, but still got rid of it nonetheless. And you would think with this placement of the ball, it could be out of bounds, but no, it's still in play. McSheeda had it. Now they'll go inboard. Well done there. Hull Brown back towards the middle of the ground. Good fist there that time by Hanson. Comes to ground. That'll be held in, you would think. Yes. Umpire blows his whistle just in the nick of time before they ran away with it. It's a great leap in the ruck there that time. Martin once again gets it to about half forward. Hands to it by Ryle. Got two YJFL reps there to try and annoy him. Oh, Rook again, inside forward 50. He goes with a long ball. Where are the Flyers? Opportunity out the back for Young if he can get to the football first. He was pushed off it. Opportunity in the goal square. It is shelling peas. And it looks like another one to Ostovich. It sure is. He's the one that got a high five straight off the boot. Looks like two for him. Once again, scores a level. 3-3-21 apiece at the 13-minute mark here of the second term. So, one goal to the YJFL this term, two to Eastern. Certainly giving themselves a good show at the moment, and especially in front of a pretty decent crowd here too on a Wednesday night. Wouldn't be a better feeling at school today, and probably period 4, boring yourself senseless in mass knowing that you've got a game of footy tonight under lights. Pretty exciting occasion for both sides and everyone overall representing their leagues across this development series. So, from the restart, Eastern looks like they'll clear again. Oh, Rook again. There's another opportunity for that lad. Kicks to about half forward, running onto it very nicely there. That time was Munt, had it. He'll get it back on the 1-2. Linked up there that time with, looked like Bentley. Kick to the top of the square. It's gone across the face of goal. And now the YJFL will run themselves out of trouble. They've probably just avoided a pretty big opportunity there, although hands came to it there that time from a Eastern perspective. Hands to it there that time first by Clark. And it goes over and out of bounds for a throw-in. It's probably the good thing about having the football on that side of the ground is they can do a big array of interchanges at the one time there. So kick to half forward, pitches and rolls, just overrunning it, and somewhat got hands to it there was Spiden. Umpire says that's a free kick for a sling tackle, so it's not the first time we've seen a free for a sling tonight, going to the way of Eastern. So the ball inside forward 50 again. Where are the flies? Comes off hands. Who's there at ground level? Couple there for Easton. Goes to the tippy top of the goal square. How's the bounce going to be? A very good one. So they regain the lead. Do Easton. And it's 4-3-27 for them to YJFL 3-3-21. Entering the back end of this second term. Just a tick under 5 minutes to go here. And good football gets the good result there. They could have raffled it off, the two of them there. That's another 666 infringement. That's gone against the YJFL again. So Bentley will take the free kick. You'll go out to the far outer side. Now they get it towards their forward 50 there, that time through Venter. Now they've got the opportunity to recover here, YJFL. Free kick for holding the ball. Now once again go out wide. It's a good mark taken there, and they can build from this, although that went straight into the man on the mark. Sends a low grubby ball to half forward. Whistle on play. It went backwards to go forwards. It's pinballing around at the moment. Easton have the superiority. Kick inside forward 50. Lead was nearly on it. Well done there. Here's another opportunity. Setting sail for home and popping through another one. The crew from Easton. And that one is Carter Rose. I believe he might have kicked the last one too. And now they've got a cheeky little lead heading towards half time. They go to 5-3-33 YJFL 3-3-21. They have kicked 4 goals to this term. Have the Eastern Footy League side to just the 1-1 to the YJFL. And we've got 3 minutes to go here in the second term. So look around once again. Good little crowd up on the hill there and up in front of the social areas as well, and down behind the goals at the scoreboard end. And we go again from the restart. It was Bentley out of the ruck. Now they have a chance through Payne, and Duval link up and kick the ball inside forward 50. The bounce is one of those real ugly ones where you have to be 7 foot to try and control the football unless you're standing there as a 5'11" lad and got to tap it to yourself. But they lock it in for the time being on their line of forward 50 here. Desperately need to jag one back before half time, you feel, the YJFL side, but for the time being the Eastern crew get it out towards the outer side. That Oriel Road side once again. Although we've got a whistle on play, so I'll be coming back. So how do they play the last 2 minutes here? Ball down the line's good. Looks like they might play a bit of a chipping game, control a bit of the clock. Just kill it towards half-time ever so slightly. Another little one down the line, although that one didn't find its target. So it opens up an opportunity for Yarra Junior to try and run their way through the corridor and get it down to half forward. And they've done all right of it at the moment. Short little pass was on and it's been intercept marked once again. So that's been a big thing for Yarra Junior ever since probably the late stages of the first term, is they've let up a few easy intercept marks. Kick inside forward 50. Free kick seen by the umpire downfield. Another free to Easton. This one would really hurt if they can find a target here or kick another goal. Red time goal. So here they go. They set it up. It'll get close. In fact, it'll come off hands through for a behind. Mark that down in probably the rushed column. So 5-4-34 Eastern. Yarra Junior 3-3-21. 40 seconds to go here before half time, and I think the big idea will be to just bang the footy out of there and hope they don't get it back, which they have. And then they just got to lock them up and ensure that they don't take a mark and have another shot here from this forward 50 entry. Ball's fisted away. And it goes over and out of bounds. But it's still battle stations here for Yarra Junior. The ball will be thrown back in, and you feel Mason the only team can score from here. Ball back in now. Pretty even ruck contest. Nearly work goes out the back, and they've given away a free kick. It's going to be right on the bell. It's a cardinal sin of sorts. It's going to be a tricky kick. Pretty much kicking from Ivanhoe down the road. This shot on goal. And this will end a superb second term from the Eastern Footy League, if this kick is true. The kick is on the way, and it's across the face for a behind, or did not register a score. So that's the end of the first half here in the first round of the AFL Vic Metro Junior Development Series, and it's the YJFL. They're 3-3-21, and they're trailing the EFNL 5-4-34 at the end of the first half. It is the Eastern Footy League leading by 13 points. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so for the second half of play here. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage over on YouTube, and we'll be back with you shortly for the second half. Welcome back everyone to the AFL Vic Metro representative games here at Ford Park. Second half about to get underway here between the YJFL and the EFNL. And it's a 13-point lead to the EFNL at the moment. 5-4 plays 3-3. Can either side extend on that lead, or can the Yarra Juniors fight back? We'll find out in this half. So the first opportunity will be YJFL through Spiro Doropoulos. And then that time off the boot of Payne, gets it inside forward 50. Now the Eastern Footy League side come out to the broadcast side and they scrap it forward. Caratelli had a handball. It was intercepted there that time by Young. Young's little handball back in board. Couldn't quite find a target. A few players go to ground there. Now running away with it and getting a kick away there. That time was Liam Wools. It's hard up against the boundary line once again on that far side. So it very quickly transpires from the broadcast side to the interchange bench side when it needs to. High ball towards half forward here for the YJFL. Where are the Crummers? Yep, there they are. Kick inside forward 50. Bounce unkindly there for Machida. Now is a kick to the top of the square. It's got to work out. We got a mark directly in front. And going back for a shot on goal here. His number's just obscured for the time being. On the back of his jumper. It's a kick on the way by 27, Jada McNeil, and he's popped it through. And it's a perfect start to the second half for the YJFL. They pegged the margin back. And they're giving themselves a very good chance. Now 4-3-27 they move to. And the EFNL are 5-4-34. Gone nearly 2 minutes here in the third term. So from the restart, good leap in the air that time. Martin once again from Easton gave it over the top for Ryle. Then linked up with Cuberas. And get it to the edge of their centre square. Then can they push forward? It's not really been the scoring end here at Ford Park so far tonight. To your left of screen, the change room's end. YJFL really mounting a challenge here. Come out of that half-time break more enthralled around the contest. Good leap out of the ruck, still probably would count that one a draw. Kick smothered off the boat. They get there to about half forward the YJFL side, and then it's stolen away for Easton. He's infringed there that time. Rose, who's pushed himself up the ground, so Yarra Junior get it to about half forward now. No one flying at the back of the pack, so it comes to ground level. Chance for Easton to clear, although numbers here for Yarra Junior. Kick to the goal square. It's another one. High fives all round there. That is a great goal there. And that one has it been kicked. Another one for the skipper. That's Beauchamp once again. And all of a sudden, we're back to a 1-point game. It's 5-3-33 to 5-4-34. And we've done nearly 4 minutes in the third term, and now there could be a few questions being asked on the EFNL bench. They're still in front, but for how long? Ball up out of the contest and be an immediate restart. Duval throws the footy back to the umpire. That kick won't be the required 15 metres, but trying to slap the ball forward once again was Rose. In over the top of it that time, Pettit and Ellis as well. So Easton have gained about 30 metres off the pack here. And be happy with this sort of start. after conceding the first 2 this term. Having possession of the football there that time was Musa. Was dispossessed. Player goes to ground there for Easton. Was still able to get a handball away. Now a quick kick. Tumbles its way towards the broadcast side. Reading the bounce absolutely perfectly there. And looking to go back inboard there that time was right. It was a nice ball. Beautiful pass there to Liam Walls, who goes to half forward and finds Kai Fernando, who lowers the eyes and goes inside forward 50 and finds Charlie Venter, who looked to go even further to the pocket, but it was cut off there that time by Clark with a defensive fist. But they lock it in once again there, forward 50 here. To Easton, need to jag one back here against the grain. Quick kick out of the pack, hands to it from an Easton point of view. Well, that's too high. Umpire agrees. Free kick to Wolves. Wolves on the right, tries to set it up. The intercept mark has been taken there. Crisis averted for the time being for the YJFL, and they look to go up the corridor. Kick went over the head there that time of right. Gets to nearly half forward here for the YJFL. Now they got numbers out the back here. Kick will tumble towards the goal square that time off the boot of Reedon. And it's gone across the face, but it just, like the footy had a mind of its own there for half a second. It goes through for a behind. Scores a level. 5-4-34 apiece, approaching 7 gone third term. Here at Ford Park. Good fight back. Kick down the line. Good use of the body there by Costa, but couldn't mark the footy. Opportunity on the rebound there for Musa to go towards the top of the square. Numbers fly in from the side. Umpire calls it even. It's a ball up. Wolves, plenty of hands on the footy this term so far already for Easton, being himself readily involved. Got to be careful here, Easton, to not concede again. Little kick towards the top of the square, and as soon as I say that, it looks like they will. As the mark has been taken pretty much directly in front. Mark taken by Lucas Mashida. Wearing very flashy pink boots. As I said, more or less directly in front. And this is a 19-point turnaround. As he pops that one through for a goal. The YJFL hit the front. 6-4-40 plays, 5-4-34. We've gone nearly 8 minutes here in the third term, and there is no shadow of a doubt that that right end of your screen is the scoring end of the ground. We've seen already 3 kicked this term and 4 that previous quarter. So 7 down that end of the ground today so far. And yeah, factor in there 2 in the first quarter, so it's 9 at that end of the ground. Might have a 6-6-6 problem here. We do. That's 3 out of the middle, and that's a let-off. Should be well communicated about the 6-6-6, I would have thought, but it does confuse you sometimes. Cuberas kicks to right, who thumps one to the top of the square. Who's going to mark this? Gets out the back. Oh, one of the Eastern players has claimed it's come off his boot. What are we going to do here? We're going to have a conference. Field umpire and goal umpire. I just want to make sure here. He's called it a goal. I think he's called it a goal. He has. So, with that, scores a level once again. 6-4-40 apiece. Something out of absolutely nothing there. And they're all high-fiving and getting to the number 21, which is Ryder Ellis. So that one has come from the 6-6-6 violation that we saw again there against YJFL. So that's, as I said, 3 against them now. And that one's resulted in a goal against them. So back in the middle we go again. Hit out of the ruck there, that time by Martin. Easton clear, get it to half forward. Bounced in front of Mason, who probably would have tried to get a little soccer kick in on a half volley, but just let it bounce in front of him, and now the reinforcements arrive from a YJFL perspective. Ellis will get it. Nice handball. Back inboard for Ryle. Now it's with Pettit. Kick high. That's going to bounce between three. No, it's not. Good mark. Although it was snatched away. Kick across the face. Well done. From a YJFL perspective, once again, they get it out of there. That's a thumping ball to the broadcast side wing. Not being able to bring it in that time was Spiden once again. And he's beset upon. Although it squirts out. I'm going to see a ball up. So we've gone over halfway here in this third term. Good affair. Played in a good spirit. Both sides are not mucking around here. Unopposed there that time was Benjamin Hull-Brown, the hyphen. Ball out the back. Bounced kindly there for Beauchamp. Goes over the top for Spiden, who goes down the line. Now it's a foot race. Oh, there's three of them there. They could raffle it off. It nearly fell into the waiting hands there that time of Asher. And the eastern side get themselves out of trouble. She plays back with the fight of the ball here. Mark taken by Fernando. Gets the ball to the middle of the ground. Scrap and shoes for control of the footy here. Easton get it out. Oh, the kick was the right idea, but it was not in the general direction of his teammate there in Ryle, but Suckling was there to intervene, and now YJFL come away right in the centre of the ground. Now they go to half forward. Front position was held. Mark not taken, but going a second time there. It looked like it was Carbonara there. Comes out the back. Oh, good dodging and evading there that time by Duval. Gets it towards the top of the square. Just bounces at a wrong angle. Reinforcements down there. Wolves for Easton. But he didn't get there in time, and the kick was across the face through from behind, and the YJFL regained the lead. 6-5-41 plays 6-4-40 with a tick under 8 to go in the third term. That far outer side's going to be taken again. Well, that one looked to be a little bit overzealous. Might have been out of bounds on the full. Kick towards the top of the square again. Misses the whole lot in terms of leading players. Bounces inside the field of play and goes over and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Deep inside the forward pocket. Ball into play. It's slapped clear. Snapping ball. That's a goal. The YJFL clear again. On the scoreboard, back out to a 7-point lead. 7-5-47 plays 6-4-40. And that's an impressive bit of play again. Might be, could it be Beauchamp again that's kicked his fourth? Certainly the player they were all around. What are their goals? Just keep popping up out of nowhere for the YJFL. They're out to a 7-point lead. It's been turned around on its head from their half-time deficit. Ball down towards half forward. Duval over the top of the footy. Set upon. Tackled to the ground. Ball up. Even ruck contest there that time. Chance for Royston. Cheeky little handball to himself. That will work okay. And he ran too far. Did an Isaac Rankin there. Tried to do a little bit too much. So will this one come back to hurt them? That's well done there. Winning it is Musa. The free kick for running too far that went against Costa. Ball inside forward 50. Good late fist to not allow that mark to be taken. Another overzealous tackle there. Free kick for High. Chance for Easton now. And they go for a run. Send the ball high on the broadcast side. 2-on-1. Good fist away there that time by White. Ball forward now for them. This is good promising play. This is McNeil, who kicks up the ground and finds Machida, who kicks towards the top of the square. Mark dropped on 2 occasions there, that time by Payne. Easton tried to snatch it away from them. Getting it out there was Duvall, got a little kick away. Then he goes a second time, nudges his opponent off the ball legally. The umpire crosses his arms and calls for a ball up. Dangerous spot for Easton. YJFL pushing and pushing hard. You'll see a secondary stoppage here, you feel, although did come out, umpire the whistle to his mouth, and now he's found a free kick for a hold, going the way of the EFNL. And going to Cuberas. He chooses to go very, very short. Umpire said it wasn't 15, so Cuberas had to get it back. He handballs over the top. Goes down the line. Wanted Ryle, got hands to it, couldn't mark. So they get it to the broadcast side. Going up the flight of the ball there that time was White. Got a hand to it, and he'll go a second time and get a handball free. Goes in the direction there that time of Clark. Not 15 was the call there, so Payne has to thump the ball onto his boot. And that time goes over and out of bounds for a throw-in. So we got a tick under 4 to go here in the third term. Time absolutely flies when you have fun. It is 4 goals to 1 this quarter, to the better of the YJFL, who, as I said, lead by 7 now. As the ball's back into play. That one just fell between a couple of players. Tried to swinging around there. That time was Bentley to get a boot to ball. Kick goes to the opposite flank now. Opportunity for YJFL. Trying to fist the ball to his advantage there. That time was Rook. Haven't said his name too much this quarter. Free kick on the play. Yes, going the way of the EFNL. And now they'll run the outer side, although that plan has been swiftly changed. That ball was too dangerous, and running into an open goal and kicking it across the face there. That time was Delbridge. You be filthy with himself. Margin is out to 8. 7-6-48, play 6-4-40. So Easton will breathe a sigh of relief from there. Margin could have been 13, which it was at halftime for an Easton perspective. Cuberas now. Went to go the short pass. It puts his teammate under pressure as it was a grubber of a thing. Ball goes into the middle of the ground. Waiting for it there that time was Payne. Easton get it back. Just getting the handball away. Could have nearly been a throw. Good spinning 360 pirouette by Venter there that time. Got the handball free. Now they kick down the line. That one just goes over the head there that time of the 14 and Rose. I think he might have heard the footsteps coming the other way and maybe thought he didn't have enough time that he did. So now it's a scrap for it on the broadcast side wing. Now it's a high ball. 2-on-1 here favouring Easton. Runners coming in from everywhere. Cheeky little handball. Nicely done. Puts pressure on Venter though. Has to go backwards. Now they'll slam the ball out of there. Well done there that time by Bentley. Now it's what do we got here? A mark for YJFL. Yep. Well done there that time by Burrell. There he goes nicely there for Payne, who goes to the middle for Duvall, who goes inside forward 50 and finds the marking Machida. Had a busy quarter, and this would be even better for him as we tick into the last minute of play before 3/4 time. So Lucas Machida. Eyes would be darting around on the right boot. Kicker's on the way. And he's popped it through. Beautiful kick from the young man. And that sends it out to a 14-point lead. So it's a 27-point turnaround here. And the YJFL go to 8-6-54 Easton, a 6-4-40. Usually what I do on a Saturday SFNL, but nope, not tonight. 14-point lead, YJFL, under half a minute to go. Probably have time for one more ruck contest before the siren does go for 3/4 time. Checking everything is all good. In terms of 666, it is. We go again. Pretty even ruck contest there. That time ball does come clear for the time being. YJFL will get the centre clearance, but the siren does beat them, and with a magnificent 5-goal-1 third term, we see YJFL 8-6-54 leading the EFNL 6-4-40. It's a 14-point lead to the better of the YJFL as we turn for home. It's 3/4 time. YJFL leading things by 14 points. We'll take a short break for 3/4 time. Be back shortly for the final quarter here. Welcome back here to Ford Park here for the final quarter in the AFL Vic Metro Junior Representative Carnival. Round 1 here. It's the Under-15s Division 2 final quarter that we're about to see. And it's the YJFL leading things by 14 points, as we turn for home. But Easton will be given the advantage of that scoring end of the ground that we've seen so far tonight. Ball out wide. This is Rose. Over the top for Q Berras. Back to Rose. Probably looked for a high tackle there. Didn't get it. Chance for Easton through Fernando. Got it to half forward, but it was cut off by Hull Brown. Sends a low hard ball marked by Beauchamp, who kicks the ball towards the forward 50, although I should say inside. It's a free kick for a hold. And this is McNeil. McNeil now with the eyes darting. He switches it right across the outer side of the flank. And the mark has been taken here by its Beauchamp again. Well, I've got down on the sheet so far he's kicked 4, but that's what happens when they keep going to him to high-five him after a goal. You just automatically think that, but this time I know for sure that he's having the shot here, and this will take it out to a very, very handy 20-point lead if he kicks truly here. So Beauchamp. Kick is on the way. Oh, it's a low, ugly thing, and it's gone right to the foot of goal. And the mark has been taken on the line by just one up number from him. And it's McNeil. And he should just pop this through, McNeil. And he does. Easy as you like. And that's first blood of the final term to YJFL. They go to 9-6-60. And the EFNL have a little bit of a mountain to climb here. They are 6-4-40. So the ball back into the middle now. From the restart we go. Pretty even in the ruck. Ball forward once again here for YJFL. Look at that explosive bit of pace there that time by Payne. Centre low ball. Wasn't able to be marked, unfortunately, but players around the pack here for both sides. And it's another one. It's a procession of goals. And the switch has been flicked and McNeil's got another one. It's now 10-6-66. To 6-4-40, and they have kicked 7 of the last 8 goals, the Yarra Junior. So it's all happened in the blink of an eye. It's out to 26. Venter gets it to half forward for Easton. They need to reply pretty sharpish here, you feel. If there's any chance, players pile in on top. And it'll be a ball up. So ball up about 35 metres out from home. Hull Brown gets the ball, kicks it out to the outer side. This has fallen in the lapse opportunity there for Payne. The mark has been taken. He more or less centres the ball, but still moving the ball nicely here. They've just... It's like I found another gear here completely. Oh, dropping the mark. They probably should have been taken there. It looked like it was Forrest there down at centre half forward there for the YJFL. And now it's been locked in for another ball up. Another game on at 7:15. Under 15 boys Division 1. Ball up again. Won't be long before you'll see the sting sort of taken out of the game. High snapping ball to the top of the square. Free kick. Oh, and it's another opportunity here for the YJFL, and this could honestly shut the gate, and now it's McNeil again. And if he kicks through here, I'll have him and Beauchamp down for 4 goals each. And it's just been one-way traffic, really, since half-time, and it's blown out completely to 32 points. 11-6-72 plays 6-4-40, and it's just about start the car territory here, and it's nearly 6 minutes gone, final term. What a turnaround. 45-point turnaround at the moment. Down by 13, as I said at the major break, to now be 32 points in front. It's a mighty effort. Good leap and hit out of the ruck there that time. Give it to the benefit of Easton, but Delbridge with the football. Sends a low ball. Gains about 30 metres. There's a gang tackle there. Well done by Beauchamp and Spiden there, who both laid the tackle, and running his way through there is Kiberas. High ball inside forward 50. Oh, that is a great mark. Little bit of pressure, and he's already said, yep, I'm having a shot here. Has TJ Costa. Been good today, Costa. Found a bit of the footy. Now has an opportunity to kick a goal for his side when they most definitely need one. Taking his full 30 here has Costa. The kick is on the way. Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Straight through the middle from TJ Costa, and that's one back against the grain. And they've started to climb the mountain. 7-4-46 EFNL. YJFL 11-6-72. 7 minutes gone, final term here. Ball back in the middle. Can we get an exciting finish? Still a long way to go for Easton to get to that exciting finish point, but they're starting to link up a little bit and get a bit of the footy back. Ball to half forward. Got no chance of seeing that through the side of the wall. If I can look through walls, I might be able to see it. Bit too hard there. Costa again. Sends a high ball. The old saying, that'll bring rain. And that is a great mark. Good contested mark there that time. Ball down the line. Oh, nearly a good mark there for Hull Brown. That one finds the boundary line. Umpire says throw it in. They've been good tonight, the 3 umpires we've had in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if they go again for game number 2. Ball back into play. Bentley got the hit out. Only went down as far as Musa, who gets it half forward. Free kick for a throw this time. They'll be taken by White, who sends it low, hard, no one able to mark. Nearly comes out the back. Opportunity, snapping ball around the body by Duval. And he's kicked the ball out of bounds on the full. So a chance for Easton. That'll be brought back, got to be behind the line. Does the player. Kicking the ball back into play. Although, no, it is out of bounds. Okay, interesting. So, don't entirely know what happened there because he originally paid out in the full. Ball back into play in the meantime. Now it's a very dangerous position for Easton. They give up another one here. It's a very, very, very big mountain to climb. 10.5 minutes to go here in the final term. Near it there that time was Machida. Ball's across the face of goal at the moment. Scrappy little handball. Boundary line should win over here. And it is a free kick. So Easton will just relieve the pressure on them for the time being. Long ball down the line. Oh, that is a superb mark there from Martin. Must be something with that last name that brings out good moments. Garrity gave the handball over the top. Didn't go to anyone in particular. Costa tried to slap it forward. Then he lays a strong tackle, Costa. And it's a ball up. It was a good tackle on Young. Ball up again. Good ruck contest there that time. Ball hard up against the boundary line here. That's holding the ball. Great tackle again. That'll be coming back. Play did stop. Spiden, the player with it. Goes for a little gallop to Spiden and kick the ball inside forward 50. Where are the Flyers? Mainly from the Eastern defenders. No one able to pull in the mark. And we'll see a ball up inside forward 50. So 9 to go, final term. Head out of the ruck. Pretty even contest again. And we see another ball up again. So just ticking back and forward for the time being. No real momentum with either side. It's just sort of stagnated for the time being. You got that feeling in the air. Well done by the hyphen there in Hull Brown to avoid that tackle. Did very, very nicely. Ball square sets up in front of goal for Payne. Dodged a would-be tackler. Still got a boot to ball. And there's another one. Beautiful play from the Yarra Junior side. And they really are starting to bring out the party tricks. And it's back out to a 32-point lead. 12-6 plays 7-4. Got about 8 minutes to go here in the final term. And judging by who they were getting around, looks like Archer Smith. Kicked that one through. So ball back in the middle. Good hit out there that time by Bentley. Been good in the ruck when he's been given the opportunity there. Handball over the top to Ventnor. Ventnor goes to half forward. Past a couple of outstretched hands. Now it's a foot race to get to the football. Getting there first there. It looked like it was Musa, but outdid that time for pace. And now it's a very big scrap to get this footy free. Chance for Easton. Hard up against the boundary line. Oh, I'll tell you what, it wasn't a bad effort there at all. It looked like book luck, but it's always that man in defence there to ruin your moment. And marking it there was Burrell there that time. Just sort of like Tom Stewart just sitting there waiting for the ball to come his way when there's no one on him. So they bring the ball to the far outer side wing here, the YJFL, and they do it well. Here's Duval. Inside forward 50, 2-on-1 here. They could just about raffle it off. Instead, they dribble, and it's dribbled across the face through for A behind. So that could have been a good finish, but exciting one end to the other football there from the YJFL. It's 12-7-79, playing 7-4-46. A little under 6.5 minutes to go, quarter number 4. Easton come to the broadcast side. Sitting underneath it there and taking a good marks. Fletcher Young. Young goes inside forward 50. Off a set of hands there. Comes to ground level. Opportunity again for the YJFL, and probably wishing he had another opportunity at that one there. It is Maxi Porter, and that one's a behind. 12-8-80. They've put up a decent little score here. The YJFL playing 7-4-46, 34-point lead. As I've made mention, back end of this game now, so few tired bodies you'd think would start to be feeling the extremities of running on this ground, but no problem with run at the moment for the YJFL. Another set shot on goal here by the looks of it. as Archer Smith has it again. His eyes darted around and thought about his options. He's given it a go, but that one's across to the right. Marked on the last line of defence for Easton. They go back to the outer side. It's been cut off again. Back inside forward 50. And just having to make sure he holds on to that one is Harley Clark. And you'd feel like he's going to use every single second of his 30 here. Soak up the clock. Go back and have a shot to put this out to what could be 40 points, which looked absolutely unlikely at half-time. So Clark's kick is on the way. No problem about the distance at all. And his teammates absolutely love it. And that's goal number 2 to him by my calculations. And the YJFL go to 13-8-86. And Easton, they have been stuck on 7-4-46 for quite a while now in this term. 4 to go in the final quarter. 40-point lead. Ball has made its way back to the middle. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Bentley. Now is a chance for Easton to maybe get one as a start on the back on the board. Very strong mark and a good lead by Caratelli. Sends a very low ball inside forward 50 and he's coughed that one up. He wanted to kick it at Garrity but didn't get to his intended target. Or juggling nearly 4 times and nearly hanging on to it there was Smith. Couldn't quite do so. Beautifully done as Musa gets it to the last goal kicker in Clark. And Clark goes towards the forward 50 and the mark has been taken by Machida once again. And Machida plays on, kicks towards the top of the goal square. Comes off hands down at ground level. Players everywhere. Still a boot to ball and it's a goal. Not much of a celebration out of the crowd, but gee, that was exciting there from the Yarra Junior side. Still made something out of not an awful lot there, and they have kicked 6 goals this quarter, and they've kicked 11 since half-time. So it's been a rout. 14-8-92 plays 7-4-46. And now they've doubled Easton's score. Ball back in the middle with a little over 2 to go here in this final term. And the ruck work from Easton has been supreme. Ball comes forward and umpire calls for a ball up. Duval gives the footy back. Ball out of the ruck. Opportunity there for Bentley. Couldn't quite get it free. Duval once again. Or they play a little bit of volleyball, but it works out quite nicely. Opportunity here for Musa. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. No one able to take the mark. So Easton have plenty sitting underneath it. They slam the ball forward. Falls in between of where Forrest was waiting. Couldn't take the mark. Duval once again. He gives away a free kick for a high tackle here. So here's a good chance for Easton. Ball in the direction of Caratelli and he takes the mark and should go back and use every possible second of his 30 as possible. And potentially peg the margin back just a touch. So Zach Caratelli with probably one of the last couple of kicks in this game if he's able to kick true here. His kick's on the way and he makes no mistake of it at all. Beautiful kick from the young man. And he gets involved on the scoreboard. 8-4-52 Easton. And Yarra Junior 14-8-92. We got under 40 seconds left here in this one. It's only been 3 goals kicked by Easton in this second half. It's been 11 goals to 3 in an unbelievable turnaround. That's pretty much going to be all she wrote. We'll have a ruck contest and maybe another contest after it. But it's going to be Yarra Jr. who have been way too good. Another hit out again by Bentley. He's been great. Running in off the back of the contest there that time was Spiriopoulos. Got hands to it. Hasn't he been good as well? Davalu tries to get hands to it. But the siren sounds. And the YJFL have been way too good here. 14-8, 92 they finish on. In the Eastern Football League, they finish on 8-4, 52. They kicked 2 goals in the last, including the last goal kicked there to Caratelli, but they fall 40 points short. Goal kickers for both sides. I had 2 to Machida and Clark and a single to Smith and 4 reach to Beauchamp and McNeil, and admittingly I did miss one in there myself. For the EFNL, 1 to Mason, Caratelli, Ellis and Costa, and 2 to Ostovich and Rose. That's the first game done here from Ford Park. It was the YJFL too good, winning to the tune of 40 points. Once again, 14-8, 92, played 8-4, 52. The second game starts at 7:15. Under 15s, Division 1 here. You're watching the AFL Victoria Junior Interleague Championships here, brought to you by Gameface on YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage, and we'll be back shortly for the second game of our doubleheader tonight. For the second game of our doubleheader tonight.